Jimmy Neesham joins us. Jimmy, welcome to Chelmsford, and I hope it's going to be the start of a very long and successful career with the Eagles. How's travel been for you this year? You've been in various competitions around the world?
Yeah, happy to be here. Obviously, it's pretty hectic being a professional cricketer in this day and age with everything that's going on. So, yeah, I've been around the place. Obviously, IPL, played a bit with New Zealand at home, and yeah, just come out of my 2-week quarantine back home, had a week at home, and then turned around and came here, and yeah, just settled in quite nicely. Still waking up quite early, but that'll sort itself out in the next few days, hopefully.
Whisper is that you've settled in very, very quickly. You haven't actually picked a cricket bat up yet, but you've picked the golf club up and got a hole in one. Is that right?
I have put the cricket bat up. I've had a couple of sessions in the indoors when the boys were playing their 4-day that finished yesterday. But yeah, got out by myself at Brentwood Golf Club yesterday and knocked a hole in one on the second. So that's my first one of my career. So hopefully that bodes well for what's going to happen on the pitch over the next couple of months.
So already hitting the ball straight and true, which is a good sign, isn't it?
Yeah.
Describe your batting. I mean, it's fair to say, isn't it? You are an explosive batsman, agile fielder, very, very useful bowler. Almost the ideal T20 cricketer, really, isn't it?
I wouldn't describe myself as that, especially on camera. But yeah, look, I think when you bat in that 4, 5, 6 position, bowl quite a lot of death bowling as well, you're sort of always in the game, I guess, at the important stages. So I guess the result can often come down to that kind of middle order player. So for me, it's just about winning games of cricket for whatever team I'm playing for. Obviously, me and Tendo have had some experience in the past playing together for Otago, so I'm looking forward to sparking that relationship up again with him in the middle order. But yeah, for me personally, I don't look too much at stats individually. I don't really think about runs and wickets. It's more about how many games you can influence for the team, and obviously making that final setup is the main goal.
International player as well in red ball cricket for New Zealand. Are you just one of these modern players now at this stage of your career? Sort of, you'll play any form of the game, rather than concentrate on. There's a number of players really just concentrating white ball, but I guess you think of the longer form of the game as still part within your capabilities, don't you?
Yep, definitely. Obviously, I got a taste of Test cricket quite a while ago now when I was a youngster, and yeah, had a bit of a mixed bag, some successes, some failures, but I think the nature of the game these days, playing white ball cricket for New Zealand, my opportunities with the red ball quite few and far between, so it can be difficult to push your case for 4-day cricket or Test cricket, but it's certainly something I haven't given up on. Hopefully I get the chance to play a 4-day or 2 for Essex as well while I'm here, and yeah, I'm certainly not a player who's retired from Test cricket. I'm only 30 years old, even though I've been around a while, so yeah, I certainly want to push my case forward for that again as well.
And see what Devon Conway did. I bet you've been texting him pretty rapidly, haven't you, within the last couple of days? Yep,
yeah, we've obviously got the Wellington Firebirds group chat firing over the last couple of days with him playing, and yeah, it's just, I'm absolutely ecstatic for him. He's been such a good performer for Wellington for 3 or 4 years now, and you always knew what kind of quality you were looking at when he was batting, and it's just so pleasing to see a guy like that be able to go up to the next level and make every post a winner in all 3 formats of the game so far.
You've had experience of T20 over here, Derbyshire in 2016, I think, Kent in 2017. You actually played a game here, didn't you? I don't think you got into bat, but you certainly picked up 3 wickets and a run out, so you made your mark on the game. Just your first impressions on this occasion, looking around Chelmsford, eyes light up when you look at the length of the boundaries? Yeah, well, that was the thing I remembered about that game actually against Kent. I didn't remember the 3 wickets. I remembered, I think, Essex scored 220 or something, and then we chased it down with time to spare. So it was certainly what I thought about when I first signed, was getting to bat on this outfield and these grounds regularly, and yeah, with the ball it'll pose a challenge, but I think that's one of the great things about T20 cricket being an all-rounder, is that you do get both sides of the coin. So hopefully if I do get hit for a few runs with the ball here, I can make it up with the bat. How is the game evolving? I mentioned your period with Derbyshire in 2016. You were very, very successful then, as you have been in most in all competitions around the world. But the game is still evolving, isn't it? Talking T20 at the moment, particularly batting innovations. As a bowler, how do you address those? Because it seems very cruel to me sometimes when you got the ball in your hand, the batsman improvises, so you think, all right, I'll take a bit of compensation, turn around, the umpire's signalling a wide. That's hard work, isn't it? Yeah,
well, there's a lot that goes on. It's a bit of a cat and mouse game with batters and bowlers in T20 cricket. I think probably 10 years ago, the best death bowlers in the world just bowled exclusively Yorkers and could get away with it. Now if you bowl 2 or 3 Yorkers in a row, a batsman gets down on one knee and scoops you over the keeper. So there's certainly a lot more thinking that has to go on, a lot more tactical awareness, and sort of changing your plans based on what the strengths and weaknesses are of the player you come up against. So we've got quite a young bowling attack. I've sort of been looking around the guys, seeing who's got what skills, and I think that's probably something I've talked about with Tendo as well during the games, getting in behind those youngsters who don't have as much experience and just lending a hand, I guess, with the experience I have around the world. And I think being a death bowler, you're going to get got every now and then. It's inevitable. Even the best in the world get hit every now and then. But it's about having a short memory and just going forward to the next game with the confidence that you took into the previous one.
And I suppose that is it, isn't it? It's confidence and experience as well. Things that might have phased you 5 years ago, just take as part and parcel of the game. Probably also helps being an all-rounder, doesn't it? Because however you might feel upset with decisions as a bowler, you've always got a chance to rectify that with a bat, haven't you? And say, yeah, mate, I've just been there. It's your turn now.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I mean, as an all-rounder, you get both sides of the coin, and you're pretty naive if you think you're going to hit every bowler out of the park, but then not get hit out of the park yourself. So, I just look to go to every game with a fresh mind. Obviously, you prepare as well as you can, work through all your variations, and that's where you get the confidence from to execute those in a game. But as I mentioned before, it's about having a short memory. If you go for 40 or 50 in one game, there's no reason you can't get 2 for 20 the next game. So it's just about turning up each day with a fresh mind, and as I said before, just trying to win games for Essex.
With T20, as far as team performances go and getting on to the next stage, I guess it's all about momentum, isn't it, Jimmy? You want to get that early win on the board and build on from there.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think we've got a great chance to get some momentum at the early stages of our tournament. I think we have 4 games in 8 days, so it's pretty hectic to start with, but it certainly gives us a great opportunity to, I suppose, put 4-day cricket on the back burner and really focus on the start of the T20 campaign, and then towards the back end of the campaign we have a few slightly longer rests where we can potentially reassess our tactical side of the game. But yeah, T20 is a massive momentum game, and that's why it's going to be so important to hit the ground running this week.
How did they move to Essex eventuate then, Jimmy?
Well, we've got the T20 World Cup coming up, the IPL firing up again in September, so I was just pretty keen to get overseas and experience as much T20 cricket as I could preparing for that tournament, and obviously I've had a relationship with Tendo from before, guys like Quinny as well, and I love Essex, so I've spent a bit of time here playing club cricket way back in about 2010, so I know the place well, and I was just keen to come over and hit the ground running with the lads and win some games of cricket.
So you're aware of the weather, isn't it? Beautiful as we stand here, but tomorrow probably could be under an umbrella.
Yeah, I've had that experience already. My first day was blue skies and warm, and then we had I think my second or third day was drizzly and miserable all day. So I'm certainly prepared for that, and I suppose that's one of the benefits of having such a great dressing room is you've got guys that you can have a laugh with when the rain's falling, even if you can't get in the middle.